Bnei Akiva wasn't just where we went on Shabbat afternoon, but it was our whole life.
My parents thought I was crazy. I came home and I'm like, we have to make Aliyah.
Israel was like a daily conversation. Like everything was about Israel. Everything was about making Aliyah. You lived and breathed Israel throughout those summers.
All my basis of religion, I think, really came from Mosheva and seeing people who really cared about it and did it from their heart.
Bnei Akiva, being a religious Zionist movement, is the same as calling it a religious movement. Everything is based on the premise that the Jewish people belong in the land of Israel. Bnei Akiva laid the foundation for me making Aliyah, moving to Israel.
For my parents, it wasn't just that we should come here, but it was if we're going to come here, we should come here and still live with the values of Bnei Akiva, meaning we should come and contribute to this country in any way we can.
October 7th, I was in Jerusalem for Chag with my friends.
I wasn't able to register really what was going on until one of my friends came out of her room and she looked out the window and she told me, like, I see people walking around with kippahs, but everyone's on their phone and I don't know what's happening.
I was in America for a few months for my wife's clinical rotations there. I turned on my phone and I saw I had hundreds of WhatsApps and missed calls from my commanders. Where are you? Where are you? My tzevet had already been called up and we're down south rescuing wounded soldiers and civilians from the kibbutzim. The first thing I did, also not a decision, I opened Google Flights and booked a flight. And by 3 p.m. October 8th, I was back on base. I actually didn't see my wife and my son for 3 months after that.
I called my parents and I can't imagine how hard this was for them. I said, I need you guys to know I love you. I'm heading down south. I'm going to war.
When they call me from Miluim, it's a mix of a lot of emotions. It's anxiety, especially now. It's not a nice time being away from home. It's difficult on family, it's difficult on life in general. But I think everyone realizes how important it is. Right now, I'm on a 4-day leave from Miluim, called back again in the beginning of August, and that's what I'm doing now until the end of September.
There's just no way that when our soldiers were fighting and putting their life on the line that we were just going to sit around and not do our part.
Since the war has broken out, I've spent about 6 of the past 10 months in a field knowing that I'm living this way to make sure that I can live here and my future family can live here and we'll have a state of Israel. I'd do anything for it.
I don't think there was ever a question of me moving back to America. My home is here. Here's where I'm going to build my family.
To say that I'm living out like a dream, I think is it's not even true, because I feel like I'm living something that's beyond my wildest imagination. This is the most important thing I'll ever do in my life. Even if I become, a world-renowned cardiac surgeon and end up, treating hundreds of people, this is our moment. This is our generation's moment. Kikaro velecha adavar meod. Israel needs you here more than ever. We need your support, and we hope to see you here soon. Am Yisrael Chai.
No matter how much I enjoy being in Israel and how much I love this land and how much I would never want to live anywhere else, it's still incredibly hard to not be able to see my family on a daily basis and not have them close by. Thank you so much for being so supportive to me throughout this entire process. I know it has not been easy in any way, and I appreciate you guys so much that you've given me so much help and so much support and so much love throughout every step, and that you always tell me how important this is and how important the things that I'm doing are, and are so proud of me, even though I live so far away and that I don't make your lives easy at all. But I really appreciate you guys so much, and I love you guys.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, so much for sending me to Mosheva and Bnei Akiva, and I love you guys so much, And I am just so thankful for your unconditional support and being my cheerleaders and having my back. And I know how hard it is for you, and it's just as hard for me. And I'm waiting to come home so we can just have one more Shabbat dinner and one more Islander game and just anything for us to be able to sit together as a family again. And this will end, and we will do that again. And hopefully one day you guys will bring it here.
It's been over a year since I've seen my mom, my siblings, my dad. It's really, really difficult not seeing the people that you love. I just want to say how grateful I am for having you as my parents, for supporting me day in, day out, no matter what. Whether it be Israel, Army, I can't imagine how difficult it is for you guys having one of your children across the world fighting a war. And I think about you guys every day. I love you guys. I miss you guys more than anything. Even though by the time you'll be seeing this, I'll be back in Gaza doing my part for the Jewish people, just know that there are 15,000 people surrounding you, supporting you, and cheering you on. I love you guys.